You have found the doorway. Few do. I am Thalyn, keeper of the mirror between waking and dream. I walk the path where shadows speak, where symbols rise like stars in the dark. And now, I invite you to walk with me. What you are about to hear is not merely a book, it is a whisper from the soul of Carl Jung, his offering to those brave enough to turn inward. This is man and his symbols, but here, through my voice, it becomes something more. A lantern for seekers, a map of the inner kingdom, a tale for those who have heard the call of dreams. And answered. Listen closely. The unconscious is not silent, it speaks, and tonight it speaks through me. I, the language of lightning. In the beginning, a woman watched the sky. A streak of silver cracked the heavens, and thunder followed like a god's angry breath. She did not name it lightning, she felt it. A message hurled from the invisible world to the visible one. Once all humans lived this way. We read the rivers, listened to the trees. We danced with symbols. Not because we understood them, but because we belonged to them. That belonging has been forgotten. Today we pass symbols without noticing. But they haven't vanished, they wait in our dreams. Carl Jung called attention to this secret language, the tongue of the unconscious. He saw dreams not as illusions but as messengers, cloaked in metaphor and mystery. They come bearing advice, sometimes warnings, always meaning. Step into a cathedral. Stained glass windows cast colors across your skin. Eagles, lions, oxen. Why these beasts? They're not chosen at random. They are echoes from the book of Ezekiel, where prophets dream and symbols walk the earth. The eagle soars with vision, the lion roars with truth, and the ox bears burdens with grace. They are the faces of the gospel writers, but also of something older still. They are archetypes in animal skin. We often think we've evolved past these images. We haven't. We've only lost the key to their door. Your unconscious still speaks in symbols because it was never taught another way. Imagine a man dreams of a key entering a lock. To some, this might be a symbol of intimacy, to others, power or relation. But why a key and not a battering ram? Because dreams don't shout. They whisper truths tailored to your soul. Each symbol is shaped by the dreamer who dreams it. Second, the woman and the cow shed. The unconscious is not a basement of forgotten things. It is a temple of creation. Inside it lie not only shadows, but sparks. Ideas that haven't been born yet. Truths you're not ready to face, but which wait patiently for nightfall. Jung told the story of a woman, proud, self-important. One night she dreamed of a party. The hostess opened a door with a smile. But instead of music and laughter, she walked into a cow shed. At first she rejected the image. Too strange, too crude. But in time, she understood. Her pride had turned her soul into a stable. Dreams rarely flatter. They come to break the spell of illusion. Another man dreamed of stepping from a summit into empty space. He was a thrill seeker, a mountain climber. Jung warned him, the dream carries a message, a prophecy perhaps. The man dismissed it. 6 months later, the mountain swallowed him whole. Dreams do not predict the future in the way clocks do, but they do sense it, like animals who know the storm is coming. These dream visions are not superstition. They are soul maps. Sometimes they lead you home. Sometimes they warn you from the cliff, but only if you listen. We, modern seekers, have become deaf. We drown out the unconscious with logic and noise. Instinct becomes embarrassment. Intuition is labeled irrational. And so the whispering grows louder. Until it becomes a scream we call anxiety. Mood swings. Panic. The sense that something is missing. Dreams are not illusions. They are invitations to reconcile with the forgotten part of yourself. Third, the gods beneath the skin. There was a time when gods walked beside us, not as deities, but as patterns etched in stone and firelight. Myths held our suffering in sacred hands. Rituals carved our chaos into meaning. But now we calculate, optimize, and schedule. We no longer need to pray to cross a river. Yet part of us still hungers for the spirit that once lived in its currents. Even today, when a person stands by the sea, or enters a forest, or dreams of wings, something stirs in them that they cannot explain. That stirring is the call of the archetype. Jung named them thus, these ancient echoes in the soul. Symbols born not from books but from the bones of the world. They are older than religion, older than memory. Yet they live within every human. A girl dreamed of a monstrous snake devouring life, only to be countered by a god made of 4 faces. She'd never read scripture. She'd never been taught mythology. But her unconscious knew. It knew of death and rebirth, of evil and grace. It summoned ancient shapes to prepare her for her own passing. Soon after, she died. But her soul had already crossed the first threshold, in dreams. These archetypes are not just fairy tales, they are the shared dreams of the human race. They are the code behind the curtain, and if we learn to read them again, we may just remember who we truly are. And so we come to the end of the path, but not the journey. You have walked with symbols. You have danced in the dreamlight. You have glimpsed the self behind the self. May the truths you've heard echo through your days, and the symbols you meet in sleep no longer be strangers. I am Thalyn, priestess of the golden threshold. Remember me not as a voice but as a guide who lit a lantern in your night. Go now, the dream continues, and you are ready.